In this demo, I'll introduce you to the SVG ID Resolver module. And let's start off by installing the module on the gateway. Here, I've logged into a freshly installed gateway. First, locate the config section. There you'll find the modules menu item. Here we click Install or Upgrade a Module. Now press Install. By accepting the license, you acknowledge the terms set forth in the EULA. Click the checkbox and press the Install Module button. The module is now installed. We'll start with a simple demo, using some of Inductive Automation's built-in SVGs. I've started the Ignition Designer and created a new project. First, we create a new view. Next, we'll insert one of the supplied SVG images. Then we'll add the SVG ID Resolver component to the view. And just like that, we're able to detect what part of the SVG that the user clicked. Next, we'll look at a more advanced view using pop-ups. We once again start off with a new project. First of all, we create a view that will act as the pop-up. For this demo, it will only show the name of the element clicked. We add a parameter, a label, and bind the parameter to the label text. Then we create a new view that should contain our SVG file. Next, we'll drag a custom SVG file into the view. Remember to embed the SVG file. Next, we will incorporate the SVG ID Resolver component. Finally, we add a script to handle the on-click event of the SVG. It simply detects if the clicked element matches some IDs and eventually opens a pop-up. I know which element was clicked by examining the last ID property of the SVG ID Resolver. This ID can then be used in any logic. To see the project in action, we save it and launch a perspective session. The SVG ID Resolver now shows the element the user clicks, and if one of the specified machines are clicked, the script opens a pop-up. The real power of this component comes in combination with the pan and zoom container. This combo gives you total control of the entire SVG, down to the smallest parts. I've added a new view containing the pan and zoom container, the SVG ID Resolver, and some buttons. The first button lets the user switch between pan and click mode. The second button focuses on a preset area, and the third button resets the zoom. Now, let's run the demo. The user can pan around the factory and look at details. Or move directly to a preset area. By switching to click mode, we now get access to the small details using the SVG ID Resolver. With the appropriate scripting, each SVG element can trigger its own event. Thank you for watching these demos. For further information on the components used, please visit our website.